I feel that a lot of my thoughts are only heretical if your understanding of, let's say, religion or Christianity is very myopic. Like, I feel like the thoughts that I have were thoughts that other people have had for hundreds, if not thousands of years and stuff. Like, like when I was developing like my YouTube career, when I was developing my martial arts, the Thoughtless Hand, Jeet Kune Do, like I was really like trying to do something for myself that other Christians have already done. Like I was looking up this video called Muscular Christianity and stuff. And it was like, oh, you can use exercise to, like, you know, crucify the flesh and stuff. You could use your body as a temple, X, Y, Z. And it's like when I call wisdom the goddess Minerva and stuff, and then I look in Proverbs and Psalms, and I see that wisdom was always considered a feminine sort of companion to God. It's like, well, yeah, that's what I think Minerva represents and stuff. Like this sort of virginal yet like incredibly tactical, sort of influential, sort of creative aspect. And you know, that's like when I think of like the ancient pagans and stuff, I don't think that they thought of a single lady prescribing over all of wisdom and stuff. I don't think that like when they wanted to be wise, they had to think of this specific lady. And even though they like did offerings to like the Christians misinterpreted what the pagans were doing and stuff so they could denigrate them. But you know, I still worship Jesus above all, because the commandment of thou shalt not have any gods before me, it's literally like the rules for the American flag. Like you're not supposed to have any flag higher than the American flag. Like Mark Twain explains it, that it's actually one of God's more ethical moments. It's like, it's not that he didn't want you worshiping any other gods, it's just that he didn't want them to get any more than he was due. And that's fair. That's literally fair. All he was asking for is if there's gonna be some God worship, you're gonna have to worship some of him. You're gonna worship him and not have any gods before him, not have any gods more than him. And you know, as monotheism developed and stuff, that's when you got the monopolization of God and stuff, and that led to the confusion and stuff. That's why people don't understand the triune God. They literally don't understand it, because it's like 3 in 1. Are you saying that there's 3 gods? That's tritheism and stuff. And it's like, no, it's one being shared among 3 persons. He's more of a person than we are. Like his ability to exist alongside himself creates a third of himself, and it's complicated. I've seen it explained a lot better than me, like with C.S. Lewis explains it. I've seen other exegetical texts explaining it, but you know, it's like I believe in things that may shock other people and stuff. Like I believe in things that may shock other people, and you know, I don't really want to shock people. Like I don't want to shock people. I just want to express myself. I just want to get the thoughts in my head onto the paper and stuff. But you know, you start yapping and they say you have religious delusions. You start yapping and they say you're being grandiose and stuff. And it's like, it's confusing and weird that they'll chemically lobotomize you over just like over nothing, over something that you should have guaranteed by your First Amendment rights and stuff. But you know, when you realize that this world is ruled by the devil, like it's like, oh, that's why you're not supposed to get too attached to it. Like eventually there's going to be a new heaven and a new earth and stuff. And you know, so all of our ideas, like it's like if in the beginning Satan rebelled, that means there's the possibility of rebellion in heaven right now. That's why there needs to be a new heaven and a new earth and stuff, because there's people in heaven right now who are getting prideful, who are saying they deserve to be here because they worked so hard and they did all the right things, they have all the virtues, and they're not investing in their virtues. They're not multiplying the talents that God gave them and stuff. And you know, when you think of it like that, it's like, wow, like maybe all of the Bible is a sort of commentary on the cyclical nature of sin, of the cyclical nature of of failure to live up to the commandments of the good, you know? And it's more of an exploration of the shadow of humanity. It's more of an, like, I'm very Jungian about it. I think a lot of thoughts. I just think a lot of thoughts. And, you know, like, I'm just rambling. Like, it's not, this video is not going to go anywhere special and stuff. Like, I don't have anything very important to say. Because I'm just, you know, it's like, I try my best. I try to give 100%, even when I'm only at 30%. I try to give 100%. Like, and it works me to death. But it's a part of my philosophy. Like in my second book, I said that's when you have your breakdown or your breakthrough. If you want to medicalize it, you can call it a breakdown. But that's when you have your breakthrough. When you're having 100% and you reach zero, but you still go beyond. You go plus ultra. That's the life I want to live. Because every day that I survive, I'm just getting stronger. I'm just like understanding myself more. I'm growing as a person. And that's what it's all about. It's like, it's the journey. It's not the destination, because the destination is just death. And you're just gonna review your life. You're gonna see all of the things you've done, right and wrong, and you're gonna have some feelings about it. You're gonna pass judgment on yourself. And if Jesus is with you, he can provide mercy. But, you know, at the same time, it's like, you know, it's a matter of perspective. Like, we all share in the godly nature and stuff. We all share in the godly nature. We are all one humanity. We are all one being. But it's about, like, what are we doing to ourselves? Are we harming ourselves, or are we helping ourselves? Are we being charitable? Are we having hope? Are we having faith and stuff? Do we abide by the cardinal virtues and stuff? Or are we lax? Are we lax in our spiritual life? Are we lax in our understanding of the spiritual life?